So a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening, depending on where you are tuned in from around the world. This is a quick training. I'm anticipating this to only last 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. Somebody told me that London is doing lights off now because of the energy crisis, but that's a story for another day. So a massive warm welcome wherever you are. I've just read out all of these different cities from around the world, and it has made me super excited. I am pumped for this call. Personal development and personal growth is the title of this training. Information, knowledge, wisdom. You're going to be learning a very high income skill. Personal development is like your brain, going to the gym. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you're not already following me on socials, Instagram, you can see my handles on your screen. Please do follow me. Facebook, unfortunately, I've maxed out. Mark Zuckerberg only allows you to have 5,000 friends. So unfortunately, I can't accept anyone there, but I think you can follow me on Facebook. I think that's a thing. And of course, our YouTube channel. So that being said, a massive warm welcome. My name is Des DeFi, and we're based at 1 Canada Square, as you can see, the main tower in Canary Wharf in the financial district of London. It's where I am right now, although it looks very dark behind me. Please free yourself from any distractions and ensure that you're taking notes. We say that note takers are the money makers. That's very important. So let me introduce myself. My name is Des Ame. I'm the director of Private Wealth Club and also the CEO and founder of The Wealth Club, wealth-club.com. I'm an author of a #1 best-selling book on Amazon, Starting Your Property Side Hustle, a senior finance broker, CMAP qualified, a qualified financial life coach, a former lecturer of financial studies for the London Institute of Banking and Finance, and a former assistant head teacher. I worked in education for over 15 years. But my favorite role that I don't often say on calls is being a networker. Is being a network marketer. I say it with my chest. It's probably the best role out of all the roles I've ever had. It's my favorite. It's the one that really changed my whole life. I don't mention it on certain calls because it's not for everybody. Once they that was strange. I've never heard that noise before. Who here loves the industry of home business, MLM? Put a 1 in the comment box if you love the MLM industry. If you are a raving fan, put a 1 in there. It takes some people some time to warm to it because they have preconceived ideas. Guys, let me tell you, network marketing changed my whole life. I used to have those same preconceived ideas. And the reason why is because growing up, my mom, single parent, she worked as a nurse. And to bring in some extra money, she did a little bit of network marketing. So she did Forever Living, and she did, what was the other thing she did? She did Body Magic. And, I was probably my mom's only customer. Like she used to just bully me to buy products. I used to hate going to the house because she would just force me to buy whatever she was selling. And I just saw network marketing as being, a little thing for, little people that made a little bit of pocket money. That's how it was in my mind. I didn't know you could make big money from network marketing. When I was a school teacher, I got introduced to a platform called I Am Mastery Academy. I'm no longer with that platform now, but it changed my whole life. I went to a convention and I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing, what my ears were hearing. I'm hearing people making 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, $250,000 a month, $500,000 a month. And it wasn't like a big thing. It was just like normal. So many people, like even the babies in the room were making 10K a month. Like it just blew my mind. I didn't know that this space existed. And I just fell in love with the industry. And I was at that convention hungry for knowledge. And here's a phrase I want you to write down. Success leaves clues. I studied every single speaker at that convention. I came back from the convention. I took mass action. Within a few months, I'd hit a rank in the company that allowed me to make 10,000 a month, which was a big thing, you know, back then. And then shortly after that, I hit a rank where I was able to make 25,000 a month, multiple six figures from that business. And then I moved into my second opportunity where I was able to make multiple seven figures. I think on that second platform, at its best, I was making over $25,000 a day. You know, I went from making $25 a month to $25,000 a day. It was absolutely incredible. And I don't say that to impress you. I say that to impress on you how powerful this platform really and truly is. I was a broke school teacher. I used to live paycheck to paycheck, and this industry completely changed my whole life. Now I spend my time traveling around the world. I've just got back from a 14-country tour. If any of you were part of that tour, just put a number 2 in the chat box. If you were part of the tour, even if it was just one destination, just put a 2. You know, so many places from all over Africa, East, West, South, the States, LA, Canada, Jamaica, you know, everywhere. We went over Germany, Dubai, and we went around the world teaching people how to become financially free. Not just the theory, but giving people practical ways to change their whole life. You can see some 2s coming through the chat box. So I'm so blessed, happy, and grateful to say that, you know, we have been able to produce hundreds of multiple 6- and 7-figure income earners from this industry. So please know that this industry is very, very powerful. And today I want to briefly talk to you about personal development and how it saved my whole life. Didn't change my life, it saved my whole life. So today's objective is to learn how to do personal development effectively to enjoy personal growth. Personal growth. Some of you that have been trained by me should be doing daily activities, regardless of whatever platform you're in. You know, you should be speaking to 5 to 10 people a day. You should be doing a list of things, but one of those things you should be doing every single day is personal development. But often you're told to do personal development, but you're not quite sure what to do. And that's why I've done this training, so that it's very clear what you can and cannot do in order to effectively do personal development. So I want to talk about the mind. You know, if you only knew how powerful your mind is, you would be afraid to think negatively. It's very, very, very powerful. And I want to kick off with an anecdote. And it's the story of a man who finished work. He was the last person at his work. And he walked into one of those big walk-in freezers, you know, that they have in restaurants. And being the last person, he walked in and the door slammed shut behind him. So now he's trapped in this freezer. He's panicking. He's banging on the door. Nobody's opening. You know, time goes by and, you know, you can feel his fingers going numb. You know, lo and behold, the man dies. The next morning, his co-workers come into the restaurant. They open the freezer and they find the man dead. It's obviously very shocking and traumatic. But the most shocking part of the story is that the freezer was off. The freezer was off. He literally froze himself to death using his mind. He panicked. And that's how, and I use that story to illustrate how powerful the mind is, that you can literally freeze yourself to death. So personal development, why is it important? It helps you to develop a growth mindset. Now, I could talk all day about growth mindset. It's actually my specialist subject. When I was a school teacher, I used growth mindset in order to get my students through their exams. It helps you to develop a winner's mindset. And for me, this is a high income skill. Why personal development? Well, first of all, we have to accept this. We only know what we know, and we do not even know what we don't know. Isn't that a funny sentence? I'm going to say it again. We only know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. We have to accept especially when we come into an industry like network marketing, that we don't know everything. Who are you listening to? For so long, I was just listening to my own voice. Then I started to do personal development. You see, success leaves clues. If we want to be successful, we have to listen to those people that have seen success. All of the top earners in this industry, and I'm talking about, you know, people that are making $1 million a month from this industry, they all do personal development. So we need to learn from these people, but we only know what we know. So we get our knowledge from doing personal development. We have to know as well that most of the platforms, you know, I'm going to use trading as an example, you know, that it's 10% skill and 90% mindset. And that can go with a lot of skill-based opportunities, that it's not actually the skill. If you can master the mind, you'll get the results that's desired. When it comes to building a business, you networkers that are on the call, leaders, people that are building platforms, you are recruiting, for want of a better expression, I want you to know this. And it's a famous quote from a boxer, Mike Tyson. He said this, he said, everybody has a plan until they are punched in the face. Guys, network marketing, yes, you can make big money, but it's not easy. It's not easy. You get punched in the face consistently. Somebody write in the chat box some of the punches to the face you can take when it comes to building the business, when it comes to networking. What kind of punches? Rejection. Woo! If you don't like rejection, this industry is not for you. You know, people saying that your opportunity is a scam, whatever it may be, whatever opportunity you're in, people saying it's a scam, you know, but rejection's a big one, guys. Get used to hearing the word no. It used to really get to me. I just had lunch actually with one of my friends, Caroline, and I reminded her, you know, that she was one of my first prospects in my first company, and she said no. But guess what? She said no, but I asked her, you know, it's not for you, but would this be for anyone else that you know? And she said yes, it would actually suit a good friend of mine, David Talbot. Those of you that know the Talbots, they're some of my, you know, they're my, you know, one of my favorite leaders, the biggest leaders that I have in the organization. I got them through hearing no, but asking the right question after hearing. Anyway, I'm going off on a different training now. It will increase your belief system. You see, some of you don't think network marketing's for you because you don't think you're good at it. Your belief system's very low. So when you do personal development, it increases your belief system. And now you realize that actually you can do this. And it will stop your limiting self-beliefs, thinking that, you know, maybe you have imposter syndrome. Maybe you don't think you can be as good as this person or that person. But when you start to do personal development, you know, again, your belief system goes through the roof. Have you made any money yet? You get blamed when things go wrong. People saying it's a pyramid scheme. Having a forensic accountant tell you you're in a Ponzi scheme. Challenges, and more challenges. Things will knock your confidence in this business. If you don't do personal development, honestly, you're it's like running up a hill. You're just making life hard for yourself, because things are gonna knock your confidence. And if you don't have a tool to combat that, you're gonna quit, right? But when you're consistently doing personal development, when things things won't knock your confidence, but when they do, you have a tool to, you know, you have a weapon to fight back and to get yourself, you know, back on your perch. You are going to be tempted to quit. You are going to be tempted to quit. But when you're doing personal development and you're hearing, you know, messages of people who are also tempted to quit, but they hanged in there and now they are really reaping the rewards. You're going to be tempted to listen to the naysayers, the people that were saying that this is a waste of your time. And sometimes these naysayers can be, you know, it could be your spouse, it could be your sibling, it could be your parents. You know, it's going to be tempting, you know, guys, you know, I mean, you know, I'm very fortunate that myself and most of my leaders, we saw success pretty quickly. You know, most of my leaders, you know, were making, you know, really good money quite early on. But in the network marketing space, there are people, you know, I think of like some of my heroes, like Holton Buggs. You know, Holton Bugs is, you know, multi-millionaire, you know, several millions a month. He, you know, only made around, I think around $600 from network marketing for about 5 years. You know, it's like the bamboo trees. For years, when you plant a bamboo tree, for years you will not see any fruit. For years you won't see anything. You're watering this plant and nothing is springing up. You wonder whether it's even ever going to happen. It can be the same in network marketing. Very fortunate that all the platforms that, you know, we've launched, it's been, you know, relatively quick, but it's not always like that. So imagine, you know, you're doing all the right things, you're doing all the training, you're doing all the personal development, but you're not seeing any fruit. And you've got naysayers saying, really? You're still doing that? Are you still, what is this? What are you doing? Those thoughts, you know, there've been times, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, in my early days, my first company, there were times when I was like, what are you doing? You are throwing away a 15-year career, you know, a star-studded career. I had a wonderful career in education. I was a vice principal, assistant head teacher. I was a teaching leader. I used to get flown around the world to do research for the British Council, Columbia, all of these different places, you know, and I threw it all away for this industry. And guess what? You know, there was a time I threw it all away and I'm only making like $2,000 a month. For a long time, I was stuck at that rank and I was tempted to just call it a day. You know, the naysayers, you know, even my mom is like, what are you doing? But I had a very, very, very strong why. And guess what? You can improve your day. You can be happier and just more productive. Where are my personal development fans? Who agrees with me with these points? Just put a 222 in the chat box. If doing personal development daily makes you happier and more productive. You know, I can't start my day without personal development. It's very, very rare. Even people that travel with me, people that are on tour with me, they will tell you, you know, like there'll be times I'm like, no, I can't make this particular thing because I'm doing my personal development. For me, it's non-negotiable. I don't play with my personal development. And that's where we need to get to. We need to get to a point where this is non-negotiable. If you make personal development non-negotiable, I promise you it's going to have such an impact on your business. Maybe the reason why your business is not growing as fast is because you're not doing consistent personal development. Guys, I'm going to give you so much value on this call. Bear with me because we're gonna dive deep and I'm going to give you practical things that you can take away and implement into your business. First of all, the question I asked already, who do you listen to? Who do you listen to? Because for a long time, I was just listening to me. And it got to a point where I said to myself, I've only got me this far. If I want to get to the next level, I need to listen to people that have the results, you know, who are credible, who other people are recommended. So guys, who do you listen to? Put it in the chat box right now. Let everyone see. Make sure you've changed the settings so everyone can see what you're at. I can see Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is one of my faves. I can't lie to you. Jim Rohn, you know, God rest his soul. When I listen to Jim Rohn, I'm just instantly, you know, motivated, pumped, ready to take action. Brian Carruthers, Networkers. There's a book called Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. That book, remember I said I was stuck. Do you remember I said I was stuck at 2,000 a month? Guys, I mean, I'm saying I'm stuck in the, you know, in our industry, 2,000 a month is actually quite decent, right? But I felt stuck until I changed my mindset. Then I just became grateful. Then once I started becoming grateful for 2K a month, things changed. But when I was stuck at 2K a month, I read that book, Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers, and my business literally skyrocketed. Personal development. It was over Easter. I read that book literally in about 3 or 4 days. I got back into the trenches and everything changed. So you can see a selection of my audio mentors. Take a picture. Keep looking at the chat box because there are some others. Bob Proctor, may his soul rest in peace. We were very fortunate, my team and I, we saw him live at a convention. Very, very powerful. Uncle Bob, as I call him. So the action is this. All of these people that you are hearing about now, if you're not familiar with them, I want you to go to YouTube or make a note that you're going to do this. Go to YouTube, find all of these people, find their channels, subscribe and hit the bell. So this is good action, because now if you know, Tony Robbins or Les Brown, if they release new content, you're going to be notified, and now you've got content ready to devour. Okay, so subscribe, hit the bell, so you've got constantly getting, you know, new content coming through. Robert Kiyosaki, if you've not already read Rich Dad Poor Dad, you're missing a trick. And Think and Grow Rich. I don't know why my screen looks like that. There's a book on the right hand side. Any Think and Grow Rich fans in the house? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Woo! It's not an easy book to. It's you know, it takes a while to kind of really. Took me a while. That one wasn't a smooth reading for me, but boy, was it powerful. Very, very powerful. Guys, by the way, you can get audiobooks. You know, I'll come on to that later, but you can do audiobooks if you're someone who struggles to read. Audiobooks. You know, when I'm doing long car journeys in the early days of my career, I used to do home. You know, before COVID, we'd do home visits. Like I would drive, you know, and guess what? I've got personal development in the car. I love it. I used to look forward to long car journeys because I'd be like, well, I'm gonna dig into the science of getting rich. I used to get so excited about listening to this stuff, because here I am being inspired by all of these multi-millionaires. So I knew it was going to happen for me. I knew becoming a multi-millionaire was a done deal in my mind. It was never a case of it may happen or I hope it happens or please God. It was done. It was absolutely a done deal, because I knew if I just did what these people are telling me to do, then it's a complete done deal. Success leaves clues. Okay. There's some Mel Robbins, Rhonda Byrne. Oh, The Secret. If you haven't watched the film The Secret, another must watch. So guys, if you like reading books, I've got a selection of books for you. Simply write this down. amafinance.com. amafinance.com. I'm just checking this, the link works. I think it still does work. /books. And it will take you to a Google Drive with a selection of books, PDFs, until your heart is content. You can thank me later. So actually, I didn't put it together. Someone else did, but we're leveraging it. We're leveraging it. Okay. If you prefer audiobooks, amafinance.com /audiobooks. Yeah, on the way to work. When I was a school teacher, on the way to work, I would listen to this stuff. Talk about naysayers, right? So when I started off, my first platform was a trading platform. You know, I'd get to work and everyone knew I was part of this trading platform at work. You know, so I'd go into the staff room and then all the banter boys would be on my case. Here he comes. It's Lord Sugar. Are you a millionaire yet? How's it going with the trading empire? You know, all of the, you know, you get all of the, I call it naysayers, but it's, you know, people that kind of give you stick because you're stepping out, right? You're doing this entrepreneurial thing. You're going to get haters. That's how it is. But because I was doing constant personal development, you know, I knew where I was going. You see, when you start doing personal development, you have a different level of confidence. I knew where I was going. So you can make fun of me as much as you like. I know where I'm going. Now, the same people are asking to borrow money on a regular basis. It's interesting, isn't it? So audiobooks, amafinance.com /audiobooks. Okay. And there you'll see a selection of audiobooks. New books are added on a daily basis, if not a weekly basis. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to schedule success. I need you to schedule time for your personal development. Is it on the way to work, in the car, on the train, on your headphones? Do you have to? So if you work from home, schedule, put it in your diary, like literally carve out some time, even if it's 30 minutes a day. I do an hour, but sometimes I'll just do 20 minutes and it's okay. You know, even if it's 20 minutes a day, schedule. You see, if you don't schedule this, it won't happen. That's the reality. So you have to schedule it. It has to become, you know, something that's part of your daily routine. If you're a leader and you have a team, why don't you have a book of the month or an audio book of the month that your whole team reads? And then you can, you know, jump on a Zoom once a month and discuss the book. That's a really, really good idea. If you so sometimes, I don't read the whole book. I use an app called Blinkist, and with Blinkist you get the nuggets. So like imagine Think and Grow Rich in 20 minutes. That's Blinkist. I love Blinkist because sometimes, I just want the nuggets. I just want the raw. Give me the yeah, right. So if you've never heard of Blinkist, it's a really good app. So literally in 20 minutes, Science of Getting Rich. Science of Getting Rich. Write that down. That book is so powerful. So that's a really good one. Blinkist, 20 minutes summary of the book, but it's the real nuggets. Some people will argue with me and say, no, you've got to read the whole thing. And of course, but you know what Blinkist does? Sometimes you'll do the Blinkist and then you'll be like, you know what? That was powerful, but I actually do want to go and read the whole book now. So that's absolutely fine as well. Look out for shared content in the groups. So sometimes you have people who are really good at this and they'll share YouTube clips. They'll share content in the groups. What I do is when it comes out, I star it so that when I'm in my scheduled time, I can go and go back to that starred content. So star that content. Who do you listen to? Extended. Depending on what industry you're in. Some of you are from blockchain. Some of you are from trading. Some of you are from travel. Find the big leaders in your industry. Oh, here's a top tip, by the way, for personal development. I want you to write this down. This is really important. This is gold. Never miss an event. Somebody write that in the chat box. That's gold right there. If you only come on and hear that, I've done you the world of good. Never miss an event. You know, when I went to that convention, the one that changed my life, the speaker said this. The speaker said, never miss a convention. And they said, if you just keep coming back to every convention, by default, after, I think it was 10 years, you'll be a millionaire. But I haven't got 10 years to wait, right? So I had to do it a bit quicker. But that was still inspiring. Never miss an event. Guys, I've got an event. I'm flying early in the morning. I'm flying to Budapest, Hungary in the morning for an event. I'm not even a speaker. Normally, I'm the main speaker at this event. I'm not even speaking at this event. I'm going to be a student. I'm going to learn. Anyone else in Budapest? Anyone come in Budapest tomorrow? Put a 3 in the chat box. We're in Budapest. I rarely miss events. It takes a lot for me not to be in an event. It's very, very important because, again, you're going to hear from speakers. You're going to get training. Sometimes I just like to be around that energy. The energy that you get from an event, other people like-minded. I just love, I'm so excited to be in Budapest to get that energy. Never miss an event. Never miss a convention. Never, ever miss this one is non-negotiable. If your team's doing an event, make sure you're there. But if your company's doing a convention, never miss a convention. Guys, even if you have to borrow the money to get to the convention, I promise you it will be worth it. Never, ever miss. If you hear there's a convention, make sure that you're there. Honestly, guys, if nothing else, forget the training, which is amazing. Forget the inspiration. Like for me, what conventions do, especially if you've got a team and you bring your team, is it increases your belief system. And belief system is one of the most important things in this industry. Once your belief system goes up, everything else is a done deal. So if you're a leader, bring as many of your team to the convention as possible. What's his name? Eric Worre, the godfather of our industry. He said this. He said, for every person that you take from your team to an international convention, it adds about $3,000 to your business. Some study showed. So find all the top leaders on YouTube, on Instagram, and follow them. I learn from other leaders. I study them. I look at how they're doing things, how they post on social media, how they, I'm looking to see how they give content, how they, a lot of these leaders, they give value. Some of my best training, some of my best and favorite training has come from a random Instagram live. Who feels the same way? Just put a number 1 if you can relate to what I'm saying. There'll be times I'm chilling watching a film and it will pop up on my phone that, I don't know, like Alex Morton is doing a live training and I will drop everything and be on that training, because it's like there's certain industry leaders, if they do an Instagram live, even if it's unannounced, I'm just on it because I know I'm going to get value. Sometimes it just takes that one piece of information to unlock a door in your business, and everything is going to skyrocket. I couldn't tell you the amount of times I've caught a nugget, and that nugget has changed my business dramatically. So we're wrapping up now. Must watch. Let me just edit that a little bit. Must watch. AmeFinance.com/law is a 5-minute clip on the law of attraction from Bob Proctor. It's powerful. If you've already seen it, watch it again. Watch it tonight before you go to sleep. It's only 5 or 6 minutes, but it just breaks down the law of attraction, and it's so powerful. But the one I really want you to watch, and I promise you, I watch this, if not once a week, sometimes twice a week. It's my favorite audio that I never get tired of watching. And it's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. You can make a note of that link, or you can just search The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, and you can thank me later. Does anyone watch this? Just put a 3 in the chat box if you watch this. If you watch it regularly, put a 4 in the chat box. I watch it. I know for a fact Jason watches it. I think Jason watches it daily, if not every other day. Like that, if you only take away that one action from this call, then I've done my job. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. Incredible numbers on this Zoom. Earl Nightingale. It's recorded like, it feels like it's recorded like in the 1940s. Like it's such an old, but everything he says is so powerful. Honestly, guys, watch it tonight. I promise you, if you watch it tonight, you won't sleep. So maybe you won't watch it now. You'll be buzzing. You'll absolutely be buzzing. So some more action is to stack content, because what you don't want to do is wake up, realize that it's time to do personal development, and now you don't know what to do because you haven't organized yourself. So have content stacked up. So you've got YouTube videos from your online mentors that you have starred or bookmarked. You've got saved social media content. You've got the content that's been shared in groups. Choose a book or an audio book from, the sources I gave you earlier. If you've got Blinkist, you'll never be short of stuff to read. Like Blinkist is like, it's got everything on there. But really and truly, guys, you really want to just stack. John C. Maxwell. Wow. Levels of Leadership. If you haven't read that book, that's a must read. Very, very, very powerful speaker as well. So I'm going to end with this. But I don't know whether you even want to hear it. It's $1 billion secret. Who wants to hear this $1 billion secret? Put a 777 in the chat box if you'd like to hear this $1 billion secret, because maybe you're good. Maybe you're good. So that's fine. We can just end it right here. You don't have to know the $1 billion secret. You might be happy with just having a multiple 6-figure secret, or even a $1 million secret. This is $1 billion secret, guys. I'm not impressed with the energy in the chat box right now, guys. I need to feel the energy. I need to know that you really want this billion, because this is not a small secret. This is not a secret to make a couple of $100 or make 1,000. This is a billion. How many zeros are in a billion? So answers in the chat. How many zeros are in a billion? First person to get it right. No cheating. How many zeros are in a billion? You see, some of you want to be a billionaire, but you don't know how many zeros are even in a billion. Is it 12? Not 12. 9. It's 1,000 millions. See, you want to be a billionaire, but you don't know how many zeros are in the number. Amazing. Okay, let me wrap this up so I can respect your time. Okay, so it's $1 billion secret. I promise you, this is powerful. This is really, really, really powerful. So guys, the $1 billion secret is to develop a top daily routine. You see, if you win the morning, if you can just win the morning, you've won the whole day. I promise you. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. So it's called the 20-20-20. This is what billionaires do. This is what billionaires do. Billionaires own the morning. You know, I think of people like Warren. Do you know Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett reads a book a day. He reads a book a day. Like, but I'm not telling you to read a book a day, right? I'm just saying that like billionaires do this stuff. So this is from the book, The 5 a.m. Club. Own Your Morning, Elevate Your Life, by Robin Sharma. I was going to steal your thunder and put that. Okay, right. So the 20-20-20. So obviously, mathematicians in the house would have worked out, but that is 1 hour. Right. So for 1 hour in the morning, you're going to do 20 minutes of vigorous exercise. This is I need to read this because I never remember it. So exercising for 20 minutes will not just get your blood flowing, it will also make you sweat. Sweating decreases cortisol, a hormone related to stress and fear. So now you're less stressed and you're less fearful. It also releases BDNF, which helps to create new neural pathways faster, and it repairs brain cells. So that's why we exercise for 20 minutes. And it just makes your mind more receptive to what's going to happen next. So 20 minutes, vigorous exercise. I can see the notes. Okay, right, cool, brilliant. Okay. So all I need to do there is... It doesn't matter if you see my notes. You can see my notes. You can take a picture of it. It's not a problem. Yeah, I'll just do it on notes. You can take a picture of that. That's fine. And then you're going to do 20 minutes of reflection. 20 minutes of reflection. So you've done the exercise. Now you're going to do 20 minutes of reflection. Okay, so that could be meditating. I like to do gratitude. I promise, guys, I promise you, if you only take this away, please just humor me for 1 week. Just practice being grateful every morning. Like, honestly, guys, some of you won't know, but the last 2 months have actually been my hardest 2 months since I started in this industry. You know, and this is me being vulnerable. It's been a hard 2 months for so many different reasons. But I wake up every morning and I'm just so grateful. And that changes the outlook of my whole day. Does anyone agree with me? Does anyone practice gratitude in the morning? Just put a number 1 in the chat box if you practice being grateful. It's one of the most powerful things I've learned in this industry. I never knew how powerful it was. Despite your circumstances, you know, hell could be breaking loose around you. But here's the thing. Somebody would give their right arm to have your problems. That's the truth. The thing that you're complaining about, somebody is praying for. Someone's praying for your problems. There's someone who would love to swap places with you. So be grateful. What are we grateful for today? Just take a moment to be grateful right now. I spend each morning, I make a list. I write down things that I'm grateful for. And it's not always, you know, it's not a family. I really break it down. What am I really, really grateful for? If you're religious, pray. If you're religious, this is an opportunity to pray to, you know, a higher being. If you're not religious, then just meditate, be grateful. Affirmations. I practiced doing affirmations. So when I started off in the industry, I believe it or not, I wasn't, you know, a great speaker. I still don't regard myself as an amazing speaker, but I wasn't a speaker. I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert by nature. I'm a very shy and retiring character. You know, I'm not like, you know, Jason Egbodza's on the call. Jason Egbodza is an extrovert. He's a big personality. I'm an introvert. I'm a very quiet guy. So, you know, when I came into this industry, it felt like everyone was an extrovert. So I'm like, how am I going to make my way in this extrovert world? Right. So I had to affirm it. I used to just look in the mirror every day and affirm that, you know, I used to say to myself, you know, I am a great speaker. I am a powerful speaker. I will be speaking around the world to hundreds of people. You know, I'm manifesting this stuff, you know. Now I am doing that, but I wasn't doing it then. So I affirmations. I do affirmations in the morning. Samantha's laughing at me. So what kind of affirmations do you guys do? What kind of affirmations do you do? So it could be, I'm powerful, I'm strong. So I use it for things that I'm trying to develop. what I'm trying to. So I used to say things like, I am a multi six-figure income earner. These times, I'm only making $2,000. Guys, we're talking dollars, not like how the exchange rate is now. Back in 2018, $2,000 was like maybe like 1,200 pounds or something. Like it wasn't much. But I'm looking in the mirror and I'm saying, I'm a multi six-figure income. Then I got brave enough to say, I'm a multi-millionaire. I can go into shops and not look up prices. I'm manifesting. The reason why I am is such a powerful phrase is because anything you put after the words I am will come to pass. You're speaking it into existence. You're speaking it into existence. I am confident. I'm strong. I'm a multi-millionaire. I am a creator of millionaires. I am a creator of millionaires. You can journalize. I don't journalize as much as I should do, but you can journalize. So what does it say here? My notes, 20 minutes of reflection will plant your feet firmly on the ground, no matter what the day ahead brings. You can use them to meditate, visualize your big goals, your to-dos for the day, journal, write down the ideas, it's inspiring thoughts. Quiet in the morning makes for patience later in the day. And then the last 20 minutes, you're going to spend growing. So you've done exercise, you've reflected, now you're going to grow. Now you're going to learn. Now you're going to do personal development. Now you're going to read a book. You're going to study someone you admire, or you're going to take an online course. If you're in the travel industry, maybe you can do some of the courses that there are. Make sure it's something that really interests you, something that will make your brain shoot and spark rather than go numb, or you're not looking forward to it. You're dreading it. You don't want to dread. You don't want to dread personal development. I'm a multi six-figure income earner with a team of six-figure leaders. I'm a global speaker speaking at events. I can go anywhere I want, wherever I want, and do whatever I want. So I can, and so can my team. Absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. So, guys, the only thing left for you to do now is to take action. Take some form of action. But the best thing that you can do is to make this part of your daily routine. Honestly, here's the thing with network marketing. A lot of the things they tell you to do are easy. Who agrees with me? Put one in the chat if you agree with me. A lot of the things they taught me to do were easy. So some of the things they said to do were to speak to 10 people a day. Easy. Do personal development every morning. Easy. But here's the thing. The things that are easy to do are also the things that are easy not to do. It's easy not to do this. But I promise you, this is what separates the top income earners from the ones that never really make it quite big. It's the ones that are consistent. Consistency, the three big C's in the industry. Consistency, coachability, and what's up, C? Coachability, consistency. Well, mine's gone blank. So a commitment. So being committed is doing the thing that you said you're going to do long after the mood, the feeling that you said it in has long left you. So you're coming off this call, maybe you're buzzing, but that feeling can leave. But you've got to stay committed. You know what? You should get to a point where you are looking forward to personal development. I look forward to it each and every single morning. It makes me so, especially when I was on my come up. When I was on my come up, I was getting so excited because it felt like I was doing something that was eventually going to make me financially free. And that was such a satisfying feeling. It was beyond words. So all of that being said, guys, that is my time. If you got value from this training, just put an 888 in the chat box. For some of you, it would have been a refresher. And here's the thing that I say with things that you may have heard before. Are you actually doing it? Sometimes we hear things, but are you actually doing it? Like, let's be honest with yourself right now. Are you really doing personal development, or do you just watch the odd video here and there? Are you doing it consistently? Are you doing it consistently? That's the question. Because you might be doing it, but are you doing it consistently? And the last thing is, can you teach it? This is leadership training. So at some point, you're going to want to train. See, one of the skills of being a leader is to train. When I first started in this industry, I didn't know how to train. I used to watch these trainers and think, oh, wow, one day I will be training. I was scared. I used to have, my heart would be beating because I'm an introvert, but I knew it was something I aspired to. But guess what helped me to become a good trainer? Doing personal development. I wanted to be in a position where I could train. So I would speak it into existence. I'm a trainer. I will be training hundreds of people. Now, look here on a Thursday evening, hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds of people on this call. Absolutely incredible. So guys, that being said, I hope you have got value. Nothing but love and respect for each and every single one of you. I look forward to seeing some of you in Budapest. Our flight is at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I need to go home. I need to pack. I need to get ready for the flight, and know that I will be back on Thursday with a fresh topic. So guys, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Des Ame, and I look forward to seeing you at the very top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Take care, guys, and God bless. I'll see you at the top. Take care, everyone. Take care.